youth pastor, was an attorney, and he had a beautiful wife, had two beautiful daughters, one of who I really liked when I was growing up. And I was like, I want this life.
Yeah.
And so he was the most positive black male role model that I had growing up. And yeah, I wanted to be a lawyer. Everything that I did was geared toward me being a lawyer one day and, getting accepted in a law school. But there's an old saying, if you want to make God smile, tell him your plans, because he might have other plans.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's what happened, man. I actually went through undergrad. I majored in pre-law. Yeah. Thought I was on my way to law school, but funny thing happened. My last year, I only needed 2 classes to graduate. Mm-hmm. And it was crazy because I was broke, and somebody was like, hey, well, you ought to think about subbing, because you can work every day. You can work any day
Sure.
that you're available.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, that sounds cool to me. And I always like to say, no one ever had to teach me how to manage students. And I just give a shameless plug to Janice Johnson, my mother, because the way she ruled over us, it just really translated for me. And so it didn't matter if they put me in an elementary classroom, middle school classroom,
whatever,
high school classroom, black, white, didn't matter.
Yeah.
The hood, the suburbs, I knew how to handle kids. And so I feel like that's a real gift. And I really liked it. And I was like, man, I really like this thing called education. I'm getting paid for it. And the kicker was they allowed me to coach the basketball team. Oh, I was in heaven, brother.
Man.
I was like, oh, man, this is me. Y'all going to pay me to teach and coach? I was like, this is what up.
It's a win-win.
But I was torn, man, because, like I said, I was already accepted. Every law school I applied to, I was accepted. Mm-hmm. So I was accepted into 7 different law schools all over this country. Wow. And had, tuition paid for. Some of them gave me a stipend. So I was really torn, and so I just prayed about it, and I was like, you know what, I'm tired of being the poor, broke, black kid. I'm just going to defer law school because, they will allow you to defer for 1 year. And so I deferred for a year. I said, I'll just teach for a year, save some money, and then I'll go to law school. Well, my brother, that was 30 years ago. Wow. I'm still doing this. I'm still doing this thing called K-12 education. So, yeah, I just feel like I was put on this earth to be a K-12 educator and to help other young people become that lawyer, doctor, whatever they want to be.
Yeah, yeah. So, first of all,